Abusia minti ana misanso mu akwa bebe channel so had as why be media judge. Abusia Kevin Okubadutelo of Loud Silence TV. Abusia credit goes to Loud Silence TV. And now the information be at the about monte. Na just say what to at the aqua a test boys so. Now so ha owie na abusia abubu obi e na ode emane eye Honorable Alexander AfenyoMarkin, the minority leader. Nabusia no kwa wache ama MPP gurus obi anya ne de. Kevin Okubadutelo abusia information or the aba enne we leaking some oten some ni abusia we ebe show e had as why be media judge be so say enne and they dey on the channel so need you kwan se be subscribe like no about so for person be no anya bi etena de ensem na Tescom boys akwa Kevin Okubadutelo abusia or they won reply e dey aba na de ensem so na Alexander AfenyoMarkin ye the minority leader abusia ono so e kan ya no ti Kevin Okubadutelo e dey won reply eno so e dey aba abusia ko so subscribe like no about so for person be no anya bi etena ba sha no so e dey amaye se ha abusia ye ni atem e ya adwen e na etre. Yes, yeni atem yadwen ena yekire be media je chefasa konya we so adobe biara se se mo na abutua since day one ma support your channel na bedu some people so se ka so baade on shira mo obaade o ma na adom no enye kase e wo mo so na abutua bibiara mo do mo sa be so bia no enye nhira e ma mo e da so aye be media je yenti Kevin na Okubadutelo ni se mo do to ba se ya that's
people have no idea ni pe bi okrom ha o mo hwe World Cup ni bi. There are some people, Ghanaians in this country. Almost all my time crew had che. And yet a John Ambantem for you when you 3 months, 4 months for in Conformium work crew my cousin way. Some of them will not watch the World Cup. This 2020 day. This World Cup coming up in June, July. A bin shebi. So World Cup about 2 crew shebi. And yet, Paul Ambantem for no man anti Chrome have John Wako, the company them dominant tafre. I'm talking about those who sit in America, so much America. Almost someone kratatiha. Some of them will not watch the World Cup. Yoha. Now, and the AfenyoMarkin eka sembi or she was share test for ope enkwara o Jimmy pa wo Ghana a student or more universities almost some test con Jimmy. You know why? Because at least when you're a student, some no papa eka se ko school they expect to say we will school no they winim no munim they are kind no muntumi kind send your wadwini ye adwuma no omo hu ni say wadwini sebio eba wadwini mo ebi echi. So parents become very proud of their children when they see them go to tertiary. All because omuhuni say dia wako suano omunsuebi. Meaning when you be a bad din so be bad daw. Enti anything ya wo fo ni bi. Omumba ni bi so mako university a na omakuma atom ye nom de hoaho omo ho ewo asore ni ade efri say omutirim no me ba we de onim de obi mpontumi mmume. That is the reason. Enti won say awofo bi it is because a source of security insurance cover. Say me ba we akosua de na minimum no onim enti asemesin to me dwame. So that is their insurance cover. That is their protection. So they believe say the moment a wo suapon mu nko ade we obi a sebio wadwene mu do. Now say wo suapon mu na wankasa ntumi ntena se enkinkan enka se makan ade wei mafifi mu medi akire makon se ade wei de se na tie da na wo esuapon na wo bu no wo yakwase a wagimi o papa krama bi odafie ana preko bi a onye no sa preko no wo so onfaso che wo test koni na wo university na I'm telling you. And open kwara o magimi wo Ghana pa o ye student a test con students. A school for more universities, tertiary institutions are almost MPP ho. The one of the most dumbest foolish idiots in this country, Ghana. Open kwara o Jimmy pa omuntumi kenkan mo madwene mu mbie ya a test con for. Why do I say that? Now, you see this? And AfenyoMarkin Asia test con for. And as someone catch it, say Minority leader AfenyoMarkin has encouraged TESCON members to reject tribal politics and resist what he described as propaganda from the NDC. He added that the NPP values loyalty, hard work, and sacrifice. He cited the party's flag bearer, Mahamudu Bawumia, as an example, stressing that tribal background does not determine one's role or contribution to the party's success. Oshian Koreano, the first thing about the team is not about these kids being very intelligent to understand Papa from Borneo. Sauti se obi wa mantemu na debia odi a particular enkomo, odi in particular enkomo. E wo so oti ase se saa nipa no, saa enkomo na odi no, the interest wo ho. When was the last time I would say NDC for student omo NDC for akoshia NDC penyini bi. Emma saa 10 for no koshia NDC penyini no. NDC penyini no any omo di inkomo afa tribal politics on. Da ben I would say NDC for ni omo students and our student body eshia. Emma, a conversation about tribalism aba up. When was the last time you heard say NDC students from any tertiary institution akoshia omo members of parliament, akoshia the president, akoshia omo chairman, akoshia any party executive? Emma, the conversation, no, what actually tops the conversation a tribe? You've never heard anything like that. You know what? Because the NDC, when you join the NDC in college, in the university, wherever, they don't actually draw a line. They don't create that impression, say, NDC now will join, you know. It should be about your tribe, and that you should be scared because of your tribe. It is not part of them. And they say, Weshia Obia, Onwa Onje Eye Bunsam Jemundi, the Oji Diane heaven. And the Akachanan say, Onya Papa. Now, Oya Papa, there's something called heaven, a Hongguano Beko. A decided panel, because we are blacking out a hell, no. The Oya say, Obeya Papa, because only one option. Only any other option be what it seems say, me another thing that they may be kwaha. The only thing that Nipani and say, or born the brother to go to heaven, a Papa Nkwano or Yako heaven. That is the difference between NPP and NDC. The NPP, no, the party is a tribal party. Every single day, no, they are proving themselves to even the young ones. Omoba party, them say, yeah, tribal. Any political party that makes tribalism its topic, wherever they meet, that party is a tribal party. And I say, in Kuala University, tertiary institutions are, and Kamudi Mosia de Kakra Musimunimudi, and Kamudi and Kamunjimi, you are supposed to be able to read between the lines and know, said Abi. Sa MP's way, Omuwe see Jimmy. They just want to use that. They want to create an impression, say, party in a tribal party. But realistically, if it is not a tribal party, why are they discussing it? Because if it is not a tribal party, then tribalism conversation should not pop up whenever we meet as a political party. But because party is a Santifo party, na entafo mu wo nyina no asantefo ni mu omo party ni asantefo party a omo mu bi krampo na omo ya kanfo no mu no asantefo ni bi mu omo nti every day they have to try and do what? Defend themselves. And in 2024, even though they knew Bawumia was dumb, they knew Bawumia could not beat any candidate in Ghana, they knew Bawumia's performance was abysmal, he is a liar, he is a thief, they still insist and say Yefa Bawumia all because 9% of who say a tribal party. So Bawumia no didn't call, it was because they wanted to wash away. They wanted to find a way to make people think, say the party is not a tribal party because the party majority did not support Bawumia. The same thing they have done again. So you can see, said the limited liability company, which is the NPP, they are still trying to prove themselves to Ghana for some tribal party. But the more they prove, the more they expose themselves. Until you could see, say, AfenyoMarkin majority of them, they don't have any opportunity to lead the party. So he started making them believe, say, oh, even though you don't have an opportunity, I can create something in your head to say you have an opportunity. The party is an in and out Asantefo party. You can be a northerner, You can be a Guan, you can be a Voltarian, you can be what? You can work from heaven to earth. At the end of the day, they will settle on Napo. At the end of the day, they will tell you, say, asante for the NPP ba power. Yana na ba for koto na tea party no. You as a Northerner, you as a Voltarian, you as an Inzima, you as a Farafara, you as a Kusasi, you as a what? A Fanti. You still does not or do not have a space in that party called the NPP. It's a fact. It is some making statements which they test conform. Technically, they want more slaves who work. At the end of the day, no, the air day at the panel echo kotoko. No more catch a kotoko say, enquano me frafrafono, enquano me zamafono, enquano me fantafono, enqua amonafono, entafom wano, omono me yanquasi, human edit to mini santi. So every day they need to justify why they are not a tribal party. And when they get every opportunity, because they want to recruit more slaves for the party. More non-royals they always want to speak, say say yeah tribal, but so when you tribal because we are tribal so every single time they defend themselves, and every time they are defended, you could see that they are jittery. They are trying to let the young people know, say, oh, yenyina bako me AfenyoMarkin me yahuneni me maami ye gomwani and a mananti mabedruha ba omia ye frafreni or ye kumampurusini and wabedruha. They are lying. Party no mumpeo test kon nibia uwom. We are frafreni, we are nzimani, we are fantini, we are huneni, we are teni, we are dien, we are MPP ni. Because at a point, omo kacha lankole chamante se ne maami mfantini told me the party nenimu. Mahamudu Bawumia or your Photoshop or your smoke screen. They are using Bawumia to try and send a message across the Omunya tribal party. Yena na ba for kutoa ofria santimem a oye otumfuo ne chiame and a tea party no. Kwasi bia ni wiase obeto be deny that fact. The party santifo himfie party. Inti se wo mfantini we are wuneni, we are kroboni, we are sewini, we are bununi, we are teni, we are frafreni, gunsani. Now actually I will say you have a place in the party. Ask yourself, Busauhu, say party ne free kumasino, which role? Where do you sit? Say it's not addition. Where do you belong? In the task conform with Jimmy, they are going to use you like pigs. The limited liability party no sanity. Hwene de omde salakao hwen sem yom chochoro fa salakao ho na san kwase asema se Obama etrafa salakao ho no ogi so betuma tro the same in kwase asema fa chema wuntumi ho salakao de chema wuntumi ha na jimi wuntumi ajimi chen salakao because wuntumi cost party more than salakao. But you see, they are very selective. The same animals want chema wuntumi to be a national chairman, but they have an issue with salakao because we are tenning. Don't you people get the connection? Party no mutim no omumbu montafo no omumbu awonafo no omumbu bono omumbu obia because they believe say wonye kumasini asantini de hia wo yakwasia wo party nim in some of church kire salakawa say Obama a criminal, a thief, a murderer like say Obama a church of salaka ho no. He can never write anything like that about Oforiata. He can never write anything like that about Eddie. He can never write anything like that about AfenyoMarkin. You know why? Because in their head, a group of people in the party, and Salakau is a typical animal. That is why they will treat them like that. Now, do you understand? Now, if I mention my DB, and we pick the topic, say, can the NPP, would they survive election 2028? AfenyoMarkin make a statement in there. Now, I'm going to send a message to the NPP, the base. The limited liability, the LLC, now a friend NPP, Meguno. The base, that is the limited liability company, a NPP, no Meguno. This limited liability company, it's a liability. It's a company that has a lot of debt. And I will make sure consistently make good party, no. Now, maybe chama die bi ende nwumre enche na mapon hwade. Take your time. I like vitamin A. You like vitamin A too. Now, mama chawade. NDC AfenyoMarkin can say in there see no NDC seat is safe in 2028. Oshia test conform no. AfenyoMarkin be no eka semi che test conform no. Or see NPP. Omu di omu nim say NDC for MPs no bia ni one is sitting here safe. As someone catch them no. Now the question I want to ask AfenyoMarkin any MPP for say AfenyoMarkin himself, is his seat safe? AfenyoMarkin now odi MPP edim no. The position as a minority leader, is it safe? And his seat on one seat not no, is the seat safe for him? Is he going to be able to hold on to the seat? Because Mate said Samia Ukuna or sabotage Sage na no equipe na okoji seat no. Samia Ukutu is saying the same thing. Samia Uku basically used the MPP, the money he made from NLA, to sabotage the lady to take that seat. You know that? Yeah. He planned everything against the lady. He used the money. He pumped some people in the MPP to go after the lady. At a point, he used some people outside the party to go after the lady for him to go take that seat. Samia Uku, he knows. Samia Uku. Matisse also say, and every seat, NDC for sitting here in 2028, you know, they are going to win the seat. Oh, really? Sometimes the Montana Bontine and realize and share MPP very well, right? MPP, majority of their seats, me angasa, me have 5 seats ameji. Me have 5 solid seats. I will take it. But you see, I dare back what Ghana for him to say. So we check in numbers MPP for the parliament. The NDC doesn't have to work that much. We Ghanaians will give the seats to the NDC. And that is one thing that they are hiding from every single Ghanaian. When NPP minority number 90% of them almost sit now, they will lose it. And the reason why they don't talk about their numbers, and they say, majority of them, numbers are to parliament. Some of them were even ministers. Some of them, they were even cabinet ministers. Remember, in 2024, they had the military on their side. They had the police on their side. They had money on their side. And they also had the manipulation of the EC on their side. But you see, when you take your time and look at their respective numbers, you will see, say, 2028, you know, the NPP as a political party, a limited liability company, it will close, it will shut down. AfenyoMarkin is lying to the young people. And these are things I have NPP from per. And you see, we are doing a lot of works underground. What will happen to the MPP in 2028? Ghana Fobeka said, this is not acceptable. The reason why I'm saying that is say about 70% of MPs on board, they are not going to come back to parliament. Now, there's one thing I don't like to see, and they don't want their constituents to see, especially Obi Tise Kojo Nkrumah. Kojo Nkrumah in his head, he thinks that people know him in Accra. But when you go down to his constituency, he has done nothing. And Kojo Nkrumah will lose his seat in 2028. Yeah. Mamencho, a few of the MPs. Then Obeka say, hey, now we know numbers of our parliament ni. Hey, inti we know numbers are audited parliament ni NOA de this and you will now understand why majority na yedin komono, they don't want anybody to know the numbers of the parliament. Kade. You're starting free. Look at something. You see this seat, Ahafwano North, Metrawa there. Something will happen in 2028. You'll be shocked. Ahafwano North. In 2020, MPP Nino, onya 21,581. NDC in 2020, onya 19,000. Now, 2024, NDC in Ferno, Eric Nana or Parliament, onya 20,000. NDC in 20,000. Difference at the omuntem, it is less than 100 votes. NPP ninya 20,353 and NDC ninya 20,232. Seat or the vote or the parliament in drew 100 and drew 200 votes. Sir, I have one north, and this seat, I will take it. And let me tell you something. What is going to happen to the MPP? Parliament in this idea way, because the moment we let Ghanaians know numbers of the parliament, any gap they have small gaps. And remember, all these people, they had the police, they had the military, they had money, they had the government on their side, they manipulated. Ahafo North. This is what the NDC person got, and this is into percentage wise. 49.85 and 50.1. Vote at that between MPP and NDC, sitting near MPP and do 200 votes. You get it? Now, my mention idea. MPP vote said 2028. Every seat is the toss up. Yatsiha. We are in Ghana. We will see. Now, let me show you another seat. This is another seat. Where Jagbawi, the Landguard. Akwane Feli Jerino. 2020, onya 46,000. Where Jagbawi. And this in 32,000. Fast forward in 2024, onya 32,000. From 46,000 to 32,000. And this in 30,000. A difference less than 2,000 votes. This seat, and this will take it. The first one I'm going to have for North, a 161 difference. This one is less than 2,000 votes. Where Jagbawi? This guy is standing in parliament telling Ghana for say 2028 they will take all the seats. We are here. We know and the NPP as a party 2028 we will nullify it. A Juma Jomahame yene the NDC but you see I know person who say way. Because the moment I'm strong candidates, and when people go out to vote, they are going to leave parliament, and they will leave parliament. This is a drunk. This guy is a Landguard, and the difference between only NDC, it is less than 1,200. It will happen. You are shocked, right? AfenyoMarkin say Ombefa seat in 2028. Yawaha. Wey Akroma Ponuya. Akroma Imponuya. Result in MPP Nino, I friend set or say, onya 20 in 2020, onya 32,000. And this is in 29,000 in 2020. In 2024, the vote rate from 32,000 to 29,000. And this is in 28,000. Now 29,616 against 28,616. No, it means to say he only won with just 1,000. Now you are seeing it, right? Enti Akroma Ponuya. Sa MP we friend no set or say on person be able numbers. And they are not doing anything in their constituency. All that they are doing in parliament is fooling. When they are finished statue, you be a detailed one. Make sure the NPP will not survive 2028. And they keep lying to the people. Oh, we are there. You see the numbers, less than 1,000. Akroma Ponuya, NDC will take it. Now, Mama Chara Debi, Asante Akim South, and Asante Achim South. What numbers so where Asante Memu? MPP is somebody seat 2028. We are here. Asante Achim South, Kweku Asante, 2020 onya 33,000. And this is 21,000. In 2024, 33,000, Etiba 27,000, Oluzi about 5,000 to 6,000 votes. And this is jumping from 21,000 to 23,000, meaning some 4,000 to 3,000, 4,000 be shaho. This is Asante Achim South or the parliament Jimmy. Me say, AfenyoMarkin say on Samia Wuku say 2028. Every seat they will take it. Ya will chrome her. Me chamo members no, and me chamo kakrebi. Ghana for bebre ohun. MP from the parliament temporal. Omu nyina temporal. Ebeka nipa be 14 pe in parliament in 2024, 2028. I'm telling you. Now, what was our numbers way? Where Karaga, Sir Amin Adams no. Oni vote bias ao. Karaga, Amin Adams. Yeah. Onya 28,000 in 2020. And this is 19,000. In 2024, the numbers is also by 27,000. And this is jumping for 21,000. In Karaga, so 4,000 to 5,000 votes in that hono. This guy, The ticket can NDC can take that seat. Inti Amin Adams na nam hona. Oh yeah, me na me aba omi advisor. He's not that strong. Oh. No. The NDC will enter there. And the NDC will do shege there. Metihano, we know what we are doing. Oh. Me chere by 11 pe. In the same statement, John say NDC, we will win all the seats against NDC. We say mo bodam. And I'm share MPP for some heavyweight. Parliament LLC, limited liability candidates. Now look at this. We Obuasi East elections, Obuasi East, Miami Territory. NDC said the MPP said they will pick all the seats in 2028. The MPP is a limited liability company. The candidates are limited liability candidates. Obuasi in 2020. Akwa was a doctor. Azambian said onya 27,583. 27,000 in 2020. NDC, may he so rest in peace, Samuel Abuaje. May he so rest in peace. A very young man. Ono no ka omomu helicopter nimuno. Onya in 2020, onya 14,000. In 2024, Obuasi East MPP ninya 18,558. Our military, our police, our EC, our government, our money. NDC ni may so rest in peace, Mr. Abuaje. Onusinya 18,539. MPP ninya 18,558. And Samuel Abuaje enya 18,539. Yetukrumha. You see the difference? Endru 30. 558 against 539. What was the difference? 58-39. It's less than 30 votes. 558 to 539. And then the MPP needed to parliament. Omo catcher said 2028. Omo baji seats in 19 votes. Now the party now power. Now our soldier on the side. Now our police on the side. Now our EC on the side. And also our albino on the side. Ultimately, the 19 votes depended to parliament. Kwasia way at war, Eddie Ghana for them. Ide here. When I am person who but we butre make some MPP for San Sam Afenyo Kachran Kwa, Unimsan Kwane Jimmy, Unimsa test convoy Jimmy. Okay, let me show you this. Parliament, Central Region, Asin South, Sofumuko. MPP, you have no idea what is coming. Asin South, in Team Fojo, Enya 14,899. And NDC in Stephen Kofi Bedu Jr. Enya 13,358. In Team Fojo, or the less than 1,000 votes in the parliament. Or the less than 1,400 votes in Team Fojo, Sakwasiano, or the less than 1,300 votes at the parliament. And Asin South there, media mafa, NDC for Mamunye Bibia, it is for me. Asin South, Meji, Namdia NDC, Memedia, Minobia and Preho. Asin South belongs to me. I've taken that seat already. And nobody should talk. So for Moko, Kromfona, other than Kofo Chantrono, the numbers are the parliament. 14,899 against 13,358. These are the numbers. Also, and the AfenyoMarkin did not say, but NDC for sitting now, or that album, or him so much Jimmy. On him so much Jimmy. And all these people, these limited liability candidates, they are not coming back to parliament. Now, another one. AfenyoMarkin say MPP will win all the seats. We are here. Tolong. Sa kwa na ote AfenyoMarkin chen o parliament Kromfona na South Africa Australia na ko wia sika na oba na MPP for ye na MP no Tolon MP no ni din e de Habib Idrisu akwara ayatiti nanim sa ayuwom no kurase ni bi no ha the way you see no ho no uko Tolon na 2024 elections Habib Idrisu enya 30,893 NDC nya 24,000 less than 5,000 votes. Maximum 5,500. This seat is a toss-up. It's a straightforward toss-up. And this guy is not going back to parliament again in 2028. Now, let's go to the next one. Takrade, we nino, Kobi Ochredakon, Takrade. MPP said that they will win 2028. They will take all the seats. We are here. Yeah. Takrade, Kobna Ochredakon Mensa, Abua Kakro, the Wise Adreno, onya 16,413. And this Nino Frederick Faustinos, onya 15,517. Sakwano, no original minister, no security, no military on the side, police on the side, Abai on the side, no Galam Sedo Kuteska. Still, he got only 16,000, and this Nina 15,000. Men Takrade, and this will take it. Some question for parliament, they say they will take every seat in 2028 in Ghana. 896 difference and order to parliament. Sakwana ni nimse ojaina ni nimtintin se efruponkono or the only 896 votes in the parliament. 800 votes. Now our regional minister, now our head of the RegSec, Regional Security Council, military shana say, police shana say, EC shana say, Bibia shana say, or to be the only 800 votes in the parliament. Kobi Ochredakon, you will take it. You see this guy in Sawom Adwejire. Kwasiade Freno, eye Frank Anodompreno of the parliament, Jimmy no hono. Wouldn't vote on the parliament. After Obo Tuwo El constituency Kunipa, the military, the police, now or the Ekufu the man is Sikano, wouldn't vote on the parliament. Akwana friend Anodompreno. In 2024 elections, onya 29,640. And this ninya 29,433. Or the less than 200 votes at the parliament. And I don't pray. The silly fool. Hey, AfenyoMarkin. Or that the NPP4. I don't pray. Parliament not to know. Or the less than 200 votes at the parliament. Or the 207 votes at the parliament, and not don't pray. Parliament not to know. The vote difference on the parliament is 207. Or Botuo, or Bukunipa, or the soldier cohort, or the police cohort, or manipulate HNG, a coalition center about 10 times, or the bar EC office the back ye, or the only 207 votes at the parliament. Kwasi away. O catch them say MPP Beji seat 2028. Yet here. Another break Kunipa 2024. People got killed in his constituency. A young lady was shot dead. Or the soldier folk go boat wo. Ye change coalition center about 7 times. Tolon. Omu Kunipa or Tolon. They killed somebody. UDS. We are here. We are not on pray. Allow. Ofuasia yirebi kojo upon Akroma. Okay. Vote upon Akroma in the constituency after the rigging. Onya 18,601. NDC ninya 13,000. Kojo upon Akroma, So 5,000 votes in the rigging, no. Kojo upon Akroma is not going back to parliament in 2028. Go to Insawoma Dweji, go to a year of Fonsia Yirebi. Kojo upon Akroma think crying. And he thinks people like him because he's speaking English. Go to his constituency, he has done nothing. Boy, no quite get a no, but he does not have any connection with his people. He will lose the seat. He's not going back to parliament again. Now, do you understand? Enti who will be to say another pray? Or the 207 votes to parliament, Kwasia. And then you sit in Ghana. Then these people they want to create an impression, say, oh, 2028, and no best summer, me say, I did be 2028, and they been see that. But the only 10 in the chair on there, 11 pay. Mama Ghana ni bian GMP in you. Hey, Mamika Bicho, look at this. We have deleted this one, right? Mamicho there. Also recently, yet Tihana AfenyoMarkin Kojina Parliament. Eka Ghana for say NDC for I don't know for youth in the Juma. I didn't know for youth in the Juma. Omaba power. I didn't know for youth in the Juma. Oh, yeah, youth, and the youth, they should go into this. And the youth, he's speaking for the youth. AfenyoMarkin, after the NDC won power, and because they actually employed NPP4 without telling Ghanaians, illegally into our security system, or security setup, or security, various agencies, before election 2024, NPP4 quietly employed illegal party members. Because illegal, they did not have the qualification to be in our various security agencies. What they did was that they illegally employed our party for without telling Ghanaians. After election, John Mahama winning and AfenyoMarkin the constituency. And I got the constituency say, you bet just send your NDC for for omunko for Juma. You bet NDC for just send your for omunko for into police. Bet just send your for into army. Because they know what they have done. AfenyoMarkin, he went to his constituency. This AfenyoMarkin. Listen to him.
The prison. Listen, NDC boys, when you do man yet, so what party and winner? Alex now go to police or Buyo. Soldier now boy. What so? Him ya ye manager. When you want boys to go police, they are there. When you want go immigration, they are there. When you want go soldier, they are there. When you want go fire service, they pay you know who. What do you do? Now obey one there. Your opposition. Now the young couple. What's it? Yeah. What's in a while recorded for? About the MPP youth, what could I watch a uniform? Yeah, competition. Sarah, many hands of food, Yakincha. What so? Him, ya, manager. When you want boys to go police, they are there. When you want go immigration, they are there. When you want go soldier, they are there. When you want go fire service, they pay you know who. What do you do? Now obey one there. Your opposition. Now the young couple. What's it? Yeah. What do you do? What's in a while recorded for? About the MPP youth, what could I watch a uniform? Yeah, competition.
So now you see why I keep advising you, the NDC young men and women. So what AfenyoMarkin? You saw what they did. And they know what is happening. So now you see how the NDC is struggling to get jobs for the young people. Because before they left office, almost as rascals, and they go into the Ghana army, you will see it. Go into the Ghana police service. Go into the fire service. Into Sakwasia, we have parliament. Create jobs for the Ghanaian youth. Move from where 500,000 people. Where are they going to get jobs? They know what they did. Before they left office, that is the danger they put Ghana in. And so everything they do in parliament, it is basically to destroy you. It means who will be out to social media or to TV and is angry with the government. Why is it? I said, no, relax. Maybe you don't understand the dynamics going on. The NPP, they know what they have done. They know the traps they had set for this government. They know the illegal recruitment they did. How many of you people are more Ghana, heard about recruitment and the NPP before election 2024? But wakojina the constituency catch almost say NDC for before nipa mayashe. because we already have our people in there. Now the question here is, NDC about power, do they have to go in and say, we MPP, go, go, go? It does not work like that. But what I'm trying to let you understand is say, answer na kasa after what is going on, hono. You need to sometimes hold it a little bit and look at the people you are dealing with. Answer na kasetia abain, answer na kasetia minister, answer na making a statement. Answer na ebia uye penyini. And you are making some statement out of emotions, you know. You first need to step back. My experience in this job is that get to the bottom of it before you speak. My experience in this job is that get to the bottom of the issue before you speak. Because you see, when you take just the surface of the matter, now you end up at the end of the day with a mistake. This is the same person, Okojina parliamentar, or my NDC pressure. But you see the illegality they did. He was in his constituency, and the deplorables, dirty village people, and all katu omutrim. Ya employ and call for illegally, and we did not create any space for the NDC to employ anybody. But these are the same animals in parliament telling Ghana for say, we are for you, the youth. We are talking for you. The NPP does not care about anybody. Yatina Akroma, NPP catcher say they were going to use e-levy to create 11 million jobs. E-levy jobs in a way. They were said in 2021. The NPP told us, AfenyoMarkin Kirby, they went around the nation to tell us, say, e-levy only create 11 million jobs. These are the same animals standing in parliament telling Ghana for say they are for the youth, they support the youth, they love the youth. They don't. The NPP as a political party led by this pig, AfenyoMarkin, they don't respect the youth, they don't care about anybody, they do politics with you. Because I'm getting some way Jimmy. The NPP as a political party, I'm getting some way Jimmy. So they play on your conscience. You see the way Muntaka was struggling. When we see Muntaka Ebre, how to make sure a lot of Ghanaians have been picked. The space is small. But the same NPP people were going after Muntaka. They were going after him. But AfenyoMarkin told his constituents, you load the system, no, you're illegal, you're parking Konfuegum. They cannot do it. But also Parliament, they were pressurizing Muntaka. And I was telling you people here, you cannot fault Muntaka because Muntaka wants to be in power for 50 years. John Mahama wants NDC to stay in power for 41 years. Why would they sit down and say they will not employ the youth? It is because the NPP created a demon. They deliberately did that. So the civil society, the government sector, they choked it. Yet Akroma and MP before Parliament say, "Adentina abano eyin konfobia di ni Akroma." They came to Parliament and they were screaming. Why were they screaming? The government was like, a lot of these people did not have qualification. NPP before Bejina Parliament catch Ghana for and say, NDC abano time Ghana for, but they knew what they had done. The NPP, that limited liability company, is a dangerous company. Don't underestimate them. Omwe Jimmy, omwe Mambo 4. Me I can make John Mahama be the president 20 years because these are people they are not good people. They are stupid people. 11 million e-levy jobs no away. Where 11 million jobs no way. E-levy sika and where is the money? Me catch them debi out AfenyoMarkin is a pig. And will be some metano. Ma catch them in Yankopon. He will never go to Parliament again. AfenyoMarkin, he can spend all the money he has. Whatever. He never enter Parliament again. AfenyoMarkin, he will never enter Parliament after 2028. He can build all the houses, do whatever he wants to do at Ewutu. I will show AfenyoMarkin say me, my damn channel. He will never enter Parliament, and he will never get over it. A ben said damn, a ben said a damn. Now you understand. So don't just, you see, and I don't fault some of you people. It takes time. You grow, you start to understand, and you start to check the way you do it. Me need all the experience, but kakra mesia with MPP for muno. When there's an issue, I don't just speak about it. I don't allow my emotions to take over me. No. Me, I don't fight people on social media again. So study me, I don't do that again. I don't mention people's names anyhow. Because I see myself say, I have gained too much experience and I have too much reach to allow small things to get to me. You will never get me. Internet, so it will not get to me. I've gotten to that point where I've been able to go through the mail. I understand how this works. And I've mastered this game. And this game is all about timing, consistency, and making sure you are able to control your emotions when there is an issue. You just don't go out there and speak. The moment you are not able to master these things, or you fail to master these things, you always get it wrong. That is why majority of the people who watch me, nobody can come out one day and say, Kevin, document TV, TV, this is not boy. You can't, because myself and my team, we double check everything that we put out. I don't care about what somebody is saying, how they perceive me, but what I do is my consistency and my hallmark, that is credibility. I protect it every single day I sit here. And we should all learn. We should all understand. Anything I recently, do you see me fight people? Do you see me go back and forth? The people I have picked issues with this year, Samira Baumia and AfenyoMarkin. These two people, I'll never forgive them in my life. But apart from that, so maybe I'm making fun of the person, or I'm just joking. But for me to have a one-on-one banter, say obia bomidi baby, obia kabibia fa me ho, na mabetena say nipa we ka me ho asem, nipa we akabibia fa me ho, enti me buofu, enti me responde. Now majority of them will not even see the end of this year. Why should I even be worried about people who will not see the end of the year? No, I've passed that stage. It is watch me critically. I don't entertain those kind of things. I don't come and sit here and say, Matis obia bomidin, intinipa we are bomidin. I tune my mind. You are not even part of my production. You are not part of my focus. I try to speak to the people I want to speak to. Because many experience with Juma Wemu.
The NPP cannot be underestimated.
The MPP of Darocha, Sakiskek, Victor Wusu, Kofi Buzia, Professor Edubuahe, Alajete, J.A. Kufuor, those men of value, those men of integrity are not what we have today. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting, wanting to be flag bearers, are just sankwas. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting, wanting to be flag bearers, are just sankwas. I tell you without mincing words,